Children, after the completion of chapter 8, that is Introduction to Trigonometry, now let us start chapter 9, that is some applications of trigonometry. In this we will be reading about the topic height and distance, means height and distance related to trigonometry. Okay, trigonometric ratios. Now in that main three topics are there. Okay, that means very important ones to know about it. So that is, the first one is line of sight. Sight means what? All of you might be knowing view. Sight means view. So now line of sight means, suppose we are standing here, okay, and here. The eye, from the eye, the straight line drawn to see an object, any object, maybe it is a building or something. If I am seeing straight to the object, and the object is just parallel to me, means on the same plane, when the object and the person is standing, and the line of the sight to object, to see the object, the line of sight made to see the object will be a straight line. So this horizontal line is called line of sight. Means just parallel, straight line I am seeing. The object is just in front of me and I am just seeing straight to the object. So that is called line of sight. Okay. Now the same one, if the object here, angle of elevation means what? The angle of elevation of an object viewed is the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal when it is above the horizontal line. That is the case when we raise our head to look at the object. Means what? Suppose a building is there, okay, Qutub Minar or something, some building is there, or some temple is there, okay. So I am here, or an object is, or the person is standing over here, okay. Now this person wants to see the object, the top of the object, means this is your Qutub Minar, suppose, or a building, high rise building, okay, high rise building. Now this top of this high rise building, a person want to see, means what? He has to raise his head, okay, this person has to raise his head to see the top of this object. Likewise, okay. So when the eye goes up to see the object, this is called, because this is the line of sight, this person is trying to see the object, top of the object, so this will be the line of sight, okay. Whereas the horizontal line which is made by this eye will be like this, okay. So this is the horizontal line made by the eye, okay. So now this angle, the angle made above the horizontal line by the line of sight, this angle is called what? Angle of elevation. Now clear, children? That is what the definition is. If a person wants to see an object, okay, to see an object, the line of sight, the angle made by the line of sight to the horizontal line, the sight of horizontal line, an angle is made, this angle is called angle of elevation, and this angle of elevation is always made above the horizontal line. Where is the horizontal line now? This is the horizontal line. So angle of elevation is made above the horizontal line, okay. If this angle is made below the horizontal line, then it becomes angle of depression. Clear? Now to make an angle of elevation, a person has to raise his head towards the top, okay. That is why here it is given the case when we raise our head to look at the object. Suppose you are standing at the gate of your house, and you want to see the sun. Where is sun? Above your head or below your head? Definitely above your head. Means you want to raise your head to see the sun. So that time what is made? Angle of elevation. Clear? Understood? So whenever you raise your head to see an object which is above the horizontal line, then angle of elevation is made. Okay? Same way, angle of depression. These 3 points are very, very important in height and distance. That is why first I am explaining this, and again we will deal with the questions. Now third point is angle of depression. Angle of depression means what? Just the reverse of this one. Angle of elevation is just opposite is this. Means here the angle of depression of an object viewed is the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal line. That means, see, suppose a high-rise building is there. This is called your high-rise building. This building suppose is having 50 floors. Means it is too high, the building will be very, very, very high. In the 50th floor, the topmost floor, a person is standing in his balcony and wants to see a tree. Then what he will do? He will just see down only like this. Is it not? But this is called, because a person is seeing this object. So seeing this object means what? This is called line of sight. Because the person wants to see this. Okay, this flower or the tree, person wants to see. This line will be formed by the eye to see the object will be what? Line of sight. And the horizontal line will be straight from the eyesight. From the eye level, a line which is drawn straight is called what? Horizontal line. So, always angle of depression, horizontal line. So, angle of depression is always made below the horizontal line. Okay, angle of depression is always, this is called your angle of depression. Angle of depression is always made below the horizontal line and with the help of line of sight. A person who wants to see the object, that line is called line of sight, and the eye level line is called what? Horizontal line. So angle of depression is made when you want to see the object below your height. Okay, that means you are seeing down. When you see down, angle of depression is made. Okay, and when you see above, angle of elevation. And line of sight means just eye level. Anything I want to see in my eye level, then that line is called what? Horizontal line is called line of sight. To see an object, whatever line is made to see the object is called line of sight. Clear? All the 3 topics are clear related to this. Now let us see some questions based on this. Okay. See children, after that explanation of line of sight, angle of elevation, angle of depression, go through all the example questions which is in the book. Okay, if you will have any doubt, you just ask me. Okay, now let us start our exercise question 9.1, first one. The question is, a circus artist is climbing a rope, 20-meter long rope, which is tightly stressed and tied from the top of a vertical pole to the ground. This is the vertical pole. Okay, to the ground, this is the rope, long rope, 20-meter long rope is tied from the vertical pole. Okay, and the circus artist is trying to climb the pole with the help of this rope. Okay, find the height of the pole if the angle made by the rope with the ground level. Means this is the ground level, this is the ground level, this is the angle made by the rope. Okay, for the artist to climb, that is angle 30 degree. Okay, made to the ground. Then find what is the height of the pole. Now let us see. Solution is, in the given figure you can see that AB is the height of the pole. Okay, this is the height of the pole, and angle BCA is angle 30 degree. This is the angle of elevation, because person is trying to climb high above the horizontal line. So angle of elevation is 30 degree. Okay, which is the angle of elevation, and AC is the rope. AC is the rope tied. So with the help of that rope, circus artist is trying to climb the pole. Okay, now triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, which is right angled at B, because the pole always stands straight. Okay, so that will make what? 90 degree. For angle BCA, means for this angle, you know that the angle's opposite side will be the perpendicular. So angle 30 means this AB will be the perpendicular. Okay, and the angle is based on the side which is called base. Okay, and this will be the height. Okay, so now here you can see AB is the perpendicular P, BC is the base, and AC is the hypotenuse, which is h equals to 20 meter. Here this is given, measurement is given, that is 20 meter. Okay, now we have to find what? P, that is the perpendicular height of the pole. Now we know that. Now based on P and H, what is the trigonometric ratios we know? That is sine theta or sine angle A equals to P upon H, we know that, right? So here in place of angle A, what is that angle? Angle is 30. So P and H. So H is given, P we can find with the value, right? So we will use what? AB upon AC equals to sine 30. Okay, AB means perpendicular upon height. Okay, so AB upon AC equals to sine 30. Now implies AB. Now AC value is given to us, that is 20 meter. So equals to sine 30 value from the table, you know that it is half. So it is 1 upon 2. So implies AB cross multiply and simplify, you will get what? 1 upon 2 into 20, this will go that side. Okay, so that is 20 meter. Now cancel 2 times 20. So AB equals to 10 meter. So AB is the height of the pole, we have written already, is the height of the pole, and that is what we are supposed to find. So thus the height of the pole is 10 meter. This is the answer. Okay, first one's answer you got. Now the second question we can see here. Now again a tree breaks. Okay, due to storm, and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground, making an angle 30 degree with it. Now you can see this is the tree. Now this AC is the tree. Okay, tall tree, which broke because of the heavy storm. This particular tree broke, and that joins the ground or touches the ground at D. So BD is the broken part. AB will be equals to BD because the tree broke from B part. AC is the big tree. Okay, and the tree broke at B point. So AB broken part touches the ground at D. That means BD will be equals to AB. Is it not? You can write here AB equals to BD. Right? Because here you can see, here AC is the height of the tree. Okay, AC is a big tree. BD is the broken part of the tree because this part AB broke and touches the D part. So BD will be equals to AB, which touches the ground and making an angle 30 degree. So this angle, broken part with the ground level, makes 30 degree. Okay, so this angle CDB or BDC is how much? 30 degree. So making angle 30 with the ground. So AB equals to BD we know. Okay, because that is the broken part. So for angle 30, for this angle, this will be P, and this will be B, and this will be H, hypotenuse. Okay, so perpendicular P, BD is the hypotenuse, which is H, and CD is the base, B. Here base is given and hypotenuse we have to use, means B with H, which is that formula, which one you will use, that is cos A equals to B upon H, where B is known to us and hypotenuse you can find with that. So you can see CD, okay, CD is the base upon BD, hypotenuse equal to cos 30 degree, because that is the angle made here. So cos 30. So now CD is given as 8 meter upon BD equals to cos 30 value is root 3 upon 2. So put the value root 3 upon 2. So BD equals to how much? Cross multiply, you will get 8 meter into 2 upon root 3, which is equals to, on multiplication what you will get? 8 2 is 16 upon root 3 meter. And now BD we got. This one is how much? Hypotenuse is 16 root 3. 16 upon root 3. 16 upon root 3. Okay, 16. 16 upon root 3. That is the BD part. Now we need to have this, because we need to find what? The height of the tree. So for height of the tree we need to have P, because AB or BD both are same, that we have already taken out. Now we need to find this height. So now when P is given to us and B we have to find, B is known to us, then which trigonometric ratio you will use? That is tan P by H. So P means what? BC. Okay, this is B. B and C upon CD, base P upon B, okay, equals to tan 30. Okay, so now implies what? BC is not known, because we have to find that. Okay, and CD is given as 8 meter equals to tan 30 value is what? 1 upon root 3. Clear? Now implies BC cross multiply. So this denominator will become the numerator on the other part of that equals to sign. So it will be 8 upon root 3 meter. So BC is how much? This height is how much? 8 upon root 3 meter. And this part is equals to this part, because we have seen AB equals to BD. So if BD is known, that is 16 root 3, means AB also will be 16 root 3. So AB is known, BC is known. So total height can you find? So therefore you can write the height of the tree equals to BD, okay, BD plus BC, or BD is equals to AB, so you can write AB plus BC, that is equals to 16 root 3, 16 upon root 3 plus 8 upon root 3. Got it? Which is equals to, take LCM, so 16 plus 8 upon root 3. Okay, so on adding what you will get? 24 upon root 3. But we know that in the denominator we will not leave root, square root, right? We have to eliminate that. To eliminate that we have to multiply root 3 to the numerator and denominator. Okay, rationalization we know, in class 9th we did. So now multiply this root 3 to the numerator and root 3 to the denominator. So this will be 24 root 3 numerator, and denominator root 3 into root 3 will be 3 only. So in 3 table 24 is there, that is 8 times 3 8 is 24. So the answer will be 8 root 3. Okay, so the height of the tree is how much? 8 root 3. Okay, thank you.